All right, we're coming up to example 2 of the accounting equation. Fred opens a retail clothing store. He already owns a building estimated at $30,000. He provided an extra $20,000 cash plus some computers and other office equipment estimated at a total of $2,000. All this he decided to invest as common stock for his company. He made an agreement with a supplier to provide him with $25,000 worth of clothing, and Fred would pay them at the end of the month. Fred pays his utility bills up front of $500. All right, let's see what we know. First off, as we realized in the last example, that even though he is borrowing this $25,000 worth of clothing, that still is an asset because that counts as supplies. Next, we're going to differentiate this one because office equipment and office supplies are different from clothing supplies. Because in this one, Fred is selling the clothing, but he wants to keep his office equipment. So when we look at our assets, we have the building at $30,000, the cash at. Now some of you are probably going to yell and scream a little bit and think that $19,500 is not this $20,000 of cash, but Fred paid his utility bill up front of $500. And if we take $20,000 minus $500, that is $19,500 in cash. So that is why we have to have the $19,500 instead of the $20,000. Next we come to equipment, and that's $2,000, and then clothing of $25,000. And that brings our total assets to $76,500. Next, Fred only has one liability, so this is going to be pretty easy. That liability is $25,000. And yep. Now we're coming to equity. This is where we're going to be able to account for the loss of cash, because remember, in equity, expenses count under that. So instead of adding the expense to the common stock, we're subtracting it because, well, we're losing the money. If it was a revenue, then we would add in money like we did in the previous example. The same thing happens when a company pays out a dividend. You subtract the cash and you add in the dividend, even though the dividend is really a negative. This is what makes the equation balanced. And as you can see, it's the 51,500 plus 25,000 equals 76,500 in total assets. All right, thank you all for watching my example 2 video. Please leave a like and a comment if you have any other questions. Thank you very much.